hear me?
Hi, yes, how are you?
Oh, I can hear you. I'm good.
Good.
How are you?
I'm doing well, and you?
I had to come outside because I don't have a quiet space in the house.
No problem.
Yes, my name's Diana, and I'm a caregiver and a mom. Thank
How
you.
long have you been a member of the church?
It's been less than a year. I believe that my husband and I became members in the fall of last year. So just very recent.
And can you share a little bit about your religious background with me?
So I grew up evangelical, kind of more on the fundamentalist part of it. I left the church when I was 18, and then I'd say maybe 12 years later, I got into Wicca and went to the United Universalist Church. It didn't seem like the right fit for me, and so I tried different churches, and it didn't feel right. And I felt that a lot of the churches were judgmental. Uh, they weren't talking about love. It was more about fear, and so it didn't feel right to me. I was looking for something that offered just love. Focus on love, which is what God's commandment is to us.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. With your background, have you come to find a favorite Bible verse or story?
Yes, I have a favorite. It's the woman at the well.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the dialogue between her and Jesus, and just how kind he was to her. And he broke down barriers that I feel were in place at that time.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Thank you. So then how did you come to be a member of this church?
Well, it became a unanimous decision with our family. There was a protest in Portland, and there were many people of faith being arrested in front of the ICE building, and they were standing up for the whole situation with immigration, and standing up for people that they didn't know, and just you could see the love. And I just wanted to do more research and find out more about these leaders of faith that were out there putting their lives, their reputations on the line. So I went online and started researching, and it really resonated with me, the beliefs and the principles of the UCC, and that drew me to come and visit Hillsborough UCC for the first time, just because I was so curious to see, wow, this church is different from all the other churches that I've been to, and everything they're doing is based on love.
That's amazing. That's such a neat way to find a church. Not how you would expect, huh?
Yes.
How, if you don't mind sharing, how and why do you support our church financially?
Well, I feel it's important to support the church. There are many roles that the church plays in a community and the church family. So I think it's important to not only support by being there, but also financially, because I know that the funds that they receive are going to be put to really good use. I think it's important. You can't have a church without the support. You can't have the church building and all of the activities and all the support that we get from the church and from the reverend, towards us, without that support, I feel.
Definitely. Definitely. And what parts of our church life do you find most meaningful?
Gosh, there's so much. I can't just go with one, but I feel that the interaction with people every time that I go on Sunday, which I really miss right now, but I think that's really important. I feel like I meet somebody new every time I go. I feel like the different aspects of helping out in the church also is important. I feel that helps me to come out of my shell more. I've met more people that way as well. So I also like the family activities. They have like the family camp was the first activity that we went to with the church, and I thought it was amazing. Just got to meet so many nice people, and I feel like the relationships, that's how they start, that's how they grow, and so that's important to me.
Yeah, the community is really a special part of it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What would you say to others who were considering supporting the church?
I would encourage them to do so. It's a very important part of church. We have a lot of youth, and I think that it's nice to instill that even in the youth, to give, to teach them to give a little bit of, if they get an allowance or something, just to start even that way. And it doesn't have to be a lot. It can be, a little bit. Like the woman in the Bible that didn't have anything, but what the little that she had, she gave it. And it can, whether it's even financial or even just the physical aspect of helping, giving of yourself in your service also, I think. So I would do it.
Yeah, it's important to start those routines from a young age. That's certainly how my parents encouraged us to do it too. And I love that you connected it back to that Bible story.
Yeah, thank you.
If you're comfortable saying, do you give weekly, monthly, or annually?
It's bi-weekly, so like every other week, and it gets deducted through the app online.
Okay. And how did you decide what to give?
We decided that we wanted to give according to how many people we have in our family. So that's what we based it on.
Okay. And you have five in your family, right?
Yes, 5 that are here at home. Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And how has your family, or have you been personally affected by COVID-19?
I think that with the kind of job that I have, it's more stressful because of the extra steps, extra precautions that we have to take. I work in the healthcare industry, and so I worry a lot about bringing something to my clients or bringing something home that, it just causes more stress, I think. But at the same time, it also has created, I guess, a closer bond with my family because I've been spending more time with them at home. Just sometimes it's stressful and sometimes it's not. Sometimes there's a lot going on, and then sometimes everyone's quiet in their room. But I think it's just it's a combination of the two, I think, for me.
Sure, there's good and bad to it.
Yes.
What is one hope or prayer for our church in the next year as we grapple with the impact of COVID-19 that you might have for our church?
I pray that we are still going to be able to have community and be able to see each other again in person, because I miss everyone. I think praying that no one else gets it, that this is that it's going away, and that we'll soon be able to attend church again and attend activities and volunteer our time, where we can be with other people and not have to worry about the virus and the impact that it's had. Although I know it's an impact that probably won't leave. I think things are going to be different now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think many of us are praying for similar things, that same wish that we can be back as a community soon and safely.
Yes.
I'm definitely missing everyone as well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing all of this and some very personal things. I really appreciate you being willing to chat. It was nice to get
You're welcome.
a chance to chat a little bit too and just get to know you better and see your face again after a while. So
yeah, it's nice to see a familiar face. Sorry about all the chimes.
No, I like the wind chimes. It's kind of nice.